Hi, parents and guardians. It's me, Miss S, here, just touching base with a couple of tech tools that are very cool. So, considering that we are in this virtual learning format that I'm sure we are all just still trying to figure out how to manage, trust me, we are all in that boat together. There are a lot of technology tools that are available and easy to access while participating in this virtual learning format. So, like I always tell you guys and the kiddos, this is all new for me as well, as much as it is new for you guys and our friends too. So, I am just going to walk everyone through on a couple of tech tools that we have been utilizing within our virtual classes. Now, again, everything that I learn, I always communicate it the best of my ability for you guys, just because you guys are the ones that are primarily home with them every day, day in and day out, assisting them during our virtual learning format, which, by the way, it is so much appreciated. I know, like I said, this virtual learning format is definitely not the most ideal scenario. However, it's all about trying to make the best of it. And these tech tools are definitely programs that will engage our kiddos and definitely give them the opportunity, a lot more learning opportunities as well. So I'm just going to walk you guys through one program that we have been utilizing a lot this week. So basically, like I said, this is all new for me as much as it is new for you guys. So, we're all learning this together. So basically, the one program that we have been utilizing, or what I have been modeling for them, considering that, with a lot of new technology programs, it is hard, especially for our kindergarten friends, to, maneuver through the computer and find certain programs, which is why this video is going to be more of like a how-to, so that way they can have the practice at home. And then once you guys are familiar with how to access these certain programs, it'll give them more practice and opportunities to access these as well. So Wixie is one of the programs that is very fun and interactive for our kindergarten friends. And with Wixie, they are able to, I can create basically anything. They can write, they can paint, they can do all of the cool things with a lot of the tools that are within this program, but then it's also a more individualized, tech tool as well. So with Wixie, I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through on how I have been introducing it to them because, like kindergarten friends and early childhood kiddos, getting to Wixie or, just following step-by-step directions, visuals is the key. So basically, how you will get to this Wixie, and I do know that there are some friends in our class that are still waiting for, BCPS Chromebooks or whatever the case may be. Please, when you watch this, don't sweat bullets because you are not the only one that may be waiting for the technology. However, if your child is logging on with their BCPS1 credentials, they will be able to access these materials. So definitely keep that in mind. So basically, the very first thing that they will do is click on the BCPS1. When they go to the BCPS1, we're so used to finding that letter S for Schoology. So what I've been doing is just kind of telling them like, hey guys, we're going to find the picture that looks like a big iPad or the iPhone. And obviously when I say anything iPad or iPhone related, they automatically know. They instruct me where to find this. So they will go to this picture, which is the instructional and productivity tools. Once they click on that, they will then see, now there are going to be many different technology programs within this button. Again, don't get overwhelmed because the only one that I am familiar with at this point is Wixie. And once I learn things as I go along during this virtual learning path, it's definitely, I keep you guys all in the loop as well. So basically, when they get to this colorful rainbow hand, what I've been doing is just kind of showing them different activities that I have created that they can do. And just like anything else, we all learn best by doing. So I'm actually going to take you guys on a little tour of how to get to our Wixie. So I'm going to make this a little smaller. So I am in, actually, you know what? I'm just going to open up a brand new tab. So with BCPS1, if your child is using the Baltimore County Chromebook, we always want to make sure we are going to the Google BCPS1 Chrome browser. So basically, when you go there, if they are already logged in with their credentials, guess what? You don't have to worry about logging them in because it just automatically pops right up. So instead of going to Schoology, we're going to find that big iPad or iPhone. We click on that. And again, like I had said, all of these instructional tools, it may seem like a lot, but guess what, guys? I am only familiar with Wixie. So once you find the rainbow hand, you would click on it. Now keep in mind when we go to Wixie, my Wixie account, it is going to look different compared to what your child's will look like. So basically, it's going to pop up, and on the left-hand side, you will see my projects or assignments. So you guys, with your child's credentials logging in, their Wixie may only have just my projects or my assignments. So I have, like right here, these are all of the activities that I have created just to kind of get my feet wet with this program. So one of the ones that we had utilized today is making 10. So with this, when they log into Wixie, all of the activities that I have uploaded or created for them, they can just click on it. And once it comes up, it's going to look something like this, which again, it may seem like a lot, but you know, we all are learning as we go along with all of this. So basically, what's really cool about all of this is once they do have all of those opportunities of exploring and getting familiar with how to access certain things on Wixie, the more they practice, the better they are to do it independently. So basically, what is cool about this program is anytime that I have created an activity for them, there is text box. So this is what we call the text box, and this little yellow microphone is nice because say, you know, parents, you guys are helping them get on, and it's like, all right, life at home can be a little crazy to overwhelm. Trust me, I get that. So when you click on the little megaphone, they will actually, they can actually listen to the directions. So I'm going to actually play it. And again, so this little button just kind of reads them the directions. And also too, I can personalize it to my voice or it will sound like the robot voice. Either way, there is an option for them to actually listen to the directions. Now here, when you look down here, we have this 10 frame and all of this stuff. So with this, basically with the activity, here we've been working on building up to the number 10, and it says 6 ride counters. Well, if we have our 10 frame, it's going to instruct them to actually use tools. And over on the right-hand side is where it is very cool, and what, you know, with kindergarten friends, they will love this. What I've been teaching them is they just click on the paintbrush, and with the paintbrush, they can move it to like a super big paintbrush or super small one. They have the ability to utilize all of these tools. So basically, going back to this activity, it says 6 red counters. Well, I have my paintbrush, and since it says red, I'm going to go with the color red. They click on it. Well, I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, well, if I have my 6 red counters, plus 4 yellow counters, well, I'm going to go back over to my tools on the right-hand side, click on the yellow, and I'm going to add my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, 6 plus 4 must equal 10. And down here is a little arrow, and when you click on that, it just kind of backtracks, or you can get the eraser and erase, but when you erase that, it kind of takes away the whole picture of the frame. So I just tend to do this, but again, you know, our kiddos learn by doing, and this is why this is an awesome program, because it does have a lot of different tools that they can use, and it's more individualized. And up here with some activities, so that's one that they can do, but up here you notice that there's 1 out of 5. So with certain activities, it can turn into like a next page. So for example, click on over, and oh my goodness, we have a frame, right? 2 equations. Well, how can they show how many are there? So and again, we do have, like, you can do a text box and move the text box down here. Oh, except I'm moving all different kinds of tools. Again, this is new for me as well, but it's a nice, definitely a fun, interactive activity that they can do. So there's just all different kinds of elements involved in all of that, where they can actually show their work and vice versa. And it says use the blocks to make your own. So here they can actually move to make their own problems. So there's a lot of different things that they can do. So that's just more. I'm actually going to go home and just kind of show you guys other activities too. What's really cool with Wixie is that, like I said, I have been really introducing it. Oh, we'll go down to the letter one. This was one too that is very interactive. When we learned our letters O and P, well, like, can they sort? So basically, I'm just, kind of just showing you different things that they can do. And what's really nice about all of this is that when they are all done, they will finish, and it will just be like, just once they are done their activity, it will automatically save under their name, which makes it lovely for me because they don't even have to worry about just kind of saving it. It just literally saves their work. So if they're done and you hit this button all the way on the right hand side with the arrow, it logs them out, and guess what? Their work would just save exactly like that. And then that makes it easier on me to just kind of look and see, all right, awesome. So this is just another activity or tech tool that we have been, I have been introducing to them during this past week, just because this is a tool that I learned last Friday, and it's something that definitely, and like here, this is something too, like when I work with kiddos during that one-to-one time frame, here there's like instructions, and a lot of these tools with Wixie, ideally, the ultimate goal would be to kind of have our kiddos, while we're in Google Meet sometimes, whether it's a one-on-one or small group activity. This is an awesome way to get them, all right, they're logged into a Google Meet. And what I've been actually teaching, which I'm actually going to move my little camera all the way up here. So what I have been teaching our friends this week, especially, is just getting familiar with tabs at the top. So, like, obviously in the virtual format, I never went to school to do all of this virtually. So it's been a huge learning experience for me. So sometimes in math, I'll kind of copy and paste different links into the chat box, and I tell them to click on it. And then kids start screaming like, Miss S, I can't hear you, or I can't see you. Guess what? That's my fault, because I didn't think of when they would click on certain things that it would take over the Google Meet screen. So basically, if I'm in Wixie and say this is like a Google Meet, so if this is like a Google Meet, I just kind of, before I even have them dabble into accessing anything. Now, the only downfall with Wixie is I cannot have the link copied in the chat box. This is more like a step-by-step follow direction. Go to BCPS1, go to your instructional productivity tools, click on the rainbow hand, boom, go to the specified activity. For some reason, Wixie is just not a means for copying a link and then pasting it in the chat box, which ideally, that would make life easier. But unfortunately, the way the virtual learning world is set up, it's definitely not something that will be happening within Wixie. So that's just kind of some of our tools that we've been using. So if you can just, just kind of watch this video, and definitely feel free to have your child use all of these at home as well, by accessing the assignments or activities within their Wixie page. And each day as we are in our virtual classes, everything will become more easier, because practice makes perfect. And in the virtual learning world, it's, we're all in this together. This is new for me as much as it is for them as well. So there's that. Tech tools that are cool. Bye, guys.